Hi, I'm Marjana. I help professionals who feel unfulfilled get clear on what they want and move past their fear of the unknown so they can create a life that feels fulfilling and in flow. Today I'm going to talk about a tip on how to approach career change if it feels like a big leap to you, and talk about what I feel a more helpful way to frame this is, as well as what I suggest you keep in mind as you explore things. When I coach people who are considering career change, they initially often say that the idea of having to take a leap feels really scary, and this has continued to keep them stuck. It's not surprising that if you're thinking of it as a massive unknown leap, that feels scary. I find that this also often leads to procrastination, fear, and blocks around even looking at or thinking about it, let alone making a change. The thing is, the way I see it, you don't actually have to take a leap. And I find that what people decide to do actually has a lot more nuance. You can transition and change or not change things to the extent you choose once you've thought about things. So instead, I feel it's more helpful to think of it as a process, and you can set the pace of that. It's a process where you set the pace and you make the decisions. You can take slow steps, or you can go as quickly as you want. You can take the time you need to brainstorm and get clear on what you need and want, and then figure out what kind of changes you'd like to make as a result, if any. I personally feel it's much more helpful to explore what could come next from a place of feeling empowered about exploring what comes next, with the frame of approaching it from a place of curiosity, remembering that you set the pace and decide on your next steps, and that there's no wrong or right to that. This is what I help people explore when I coach them, and I really invite you to try to explore it from a place of curiosity. I also believe that there isn't only one answer or way forwards that will feel fulfilling, and that's a good thing. I believe there are lots of potential answers to what will make us happy and help improve a situation that doesn't feel fulfilling to us. So I feel it's more about getting in tune with and figuring out what fulfills you and what you need to be fulfilled and how to add that to your life, and you get to choose what shape that has for you. So if you've been considering a career change but have been struggling with thinking about things, I have a couple of questions I invite you to think about. First, what do I need to feel safer when I explore and think about this? And if I got to set the pace and choose my next steps, what's my first step to explore what comes next? So to sum up, if you're feeling stuck about thinking about career change and have been thinking about it as a big leap which feels scary, I invite you to think of it as something you are in control of, which you get to set the pace for, remembering that you get to make the decisions and change or not change what you want to the extent you want. If what I talked about today resonated, I'd love to hear your comments and what your takeaway is. And if you'd like to hear more tips, just follow my page where I'll be posting more tips like these. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.